Blame yourself if I don't love you, okay? Hello everybody, welcome to the show. Please hit the subscribe button and give this episode a thumbs up. Mykelti Brown, Padone actress of Sister Wives, has always been a little more defiant than her siblings, which she however goes so far as to violate laws and ordinances. Some of her fans are giddy over one of her recent Instagram pictures. Would Mykelti and Tony Padone really break rules that were imposed for their own entertainment? Continue reading to view Mykelti's Instagram post and read comments from other users. Did Mykelti Brown disobey her children's rules? Mykelti Brown's most recent Instagram post initially appeared to be somewhat controversial. In front of a sign that plainly states area closed for maintenance, the reality star shared some pictures of her family relaxing. Did she violate the regulations by letting her kids play outside? The tale is not as straightforward as it first appears. Mykelti started her most recent Instagram picture with the alarming words, "We obviously ignored the closed sign. We needed some sun. Now that it's finally made its appearance, the water fountain was closed, but I was joking. There were open chairs for us to enjoy. The sun ace breaks out every time we say smile for the picture, so you know who the current poser is." The mother of three went on to say that she was merely making a joke. She included pictures of herself, Tony, and their three young children having a good time on the beautiful day. Those in the audience were glad that Mykelti wasn't breaking any laws. Furthermore, they were happy to see the five-member family taking advantage of the wonderful weather. Included were comments, "Hello lovely family and welcome to the sun, smiling face with sunglasses. Son, the children are adorable and you look so beautiful. A lovely family, mom and dad with a lovely daughter and an handsome boys." Smiling face with hearts. Smiling face with hearts, red heart, so adorable. Additionally, your blonde boy reminds me of Garrison, blue heart. Nowadays fans adore following the Padones. Several of Mykelti's followers also mentioned her twins' haircuts in the comment section. The Sister Wives star revealed earlier this week that Ace and Archer had their first haircut. Mykelti and Tony thought it was time for a change. Even though they cherish their son's long hair, the initial cut of their hair is gone. They appeared to be elderly. Mykelti posted on Instagram Archer and a toast braids and ponytails, but at Tonnet and I have lived letting their hair grow out. We chopped off all of the long hair because it's nearing summer, and I'm sure it's been hot. They've grown up, which is both adorable and depressing. Seeing each other with the fresh cuts was the highlight of this. Seeing them recognize the change was really cute. Are you still following the Padones? Post your own ideas in the space provided below. Sister Wives Janelle tells fans about her strange experience after nearly being scammed. Janelle Brown recently talked about her encounter with a very convincing scammer. She talked candidly about her recent strange encounter. The Sister Wives star has always been quite self-assured and financially aware. For years, Janelle even oversaw the family's money and continued to be the major provider. She is therefore capable of handling uncertainty. The TLC star put up a fierce fight to earn her portion of the property. Through her labors, Janelle gave up her comfort to construct her own home and made many sacrifices for the Coyote land. She was therefore unwilling to allow anyone to take away the results of her hard work. The TLC personality was always incredibly self-reliant and financially savvy. Janelle is also adept at avoiding difficulties and taking on new challenges. How did she manage to save herself? How did she act? What information regarding the fraud has she disclosed? Janelle, a sister wife, uses a novel technique to help her relax. In recent years, Sister Wives star Janelle Brown has endured a number of traumatic events. She is dealing with the loss of her son and her split from Kody. The TLC personality has, however, established some new objectives for 2025. Janelle made the decision to spend more time on bettering her life, and cleans her body. She just revealed another method she employs to de-stress. She posted a stunning photo of the sunrise taken from her balcony. The TLC star talked about how she handled her emotions over the last few months, and how she utilized her phone in the morning. As a result, Janelle now spends her mornings reading, writing, praying, and meditating. It has been a really helpful exercise for me to relax my disorganized mind and has too many tabs open, she said. Sister Wives Janelle talks about her horrible financial experience. Janelle Brown boasts loudly about her accomplishments she enjoys, adding beauty and ease to other people's lives. The TLC personality hopes that her life will inspire others. Janelle shares her highs and lows with her fans without holding back. She just made the decision to inform her fans about the most recent fraud she fell victim to. She described how she nearly fell victim to a fraud in an Instagram story disguised as a bank notification. The phishing email was sent to the Sister Wives actress, someone reporting to be from Janelle's bank sent her 3 consecutive emails. Everything seems legitimate, but the email seems a little strange, so I called my bank. She said she was therefore told by the bank that it was a fraudulent notification from a con artist. Janelle clarified that the individual instructed her to call and get in touch with them in order to verify the information. They also instructed her to close her bank account. She is aware of how to defend herself against these frauds, though therefore if the TLC star has any questions, she calls her bank immediately. But this one is seriously one of the most legitimate phishing things I've ever seen. Janelle also acknowledged Janelle urged her followers to be vigilant about such events occurring in their surroundings. This one almost got me. Additionally, many were relieved that she avoided falling for the phishing hoax. Christine Brown is preparing to publish Sister Wife, a memoir of faith, family, and finding freedom, her eagerly awaited autobiography. Fans are starting to question whether her strong friendship with Janelle Brown will suffer as she gets ready to share her side of the tale. Are Janelle and Christine having trouble remaining close as sister wives? Christine and Janelle had developed an unbreakable relationship over the years, which persisted even after they left Kody Brown's polygamous family as allies. Despite the difficulties of their many marriage, they have continuously stood by one another. However, their previously close friendship appears to be encountering new difficulties as Janelle deals with personal struggles, such as the tragic loss of her son Garrison, while Christine concentrates on her new life with David Woolley. Both women have their own journeys to attend to. Janelle is concentrating on starting over outside of Flagstaff, while Christine has evolved into a career-driven individual. Visual balancing several endeavors. Fans wonder whether Christine's next book will cause them to become further distant as they go in various directions. Will Janelle get offended by Christine's memoir? It is anticipated that Christine's candid book will uncover hidden details of her 27-year marriage to Kody, illuminating the difficulties of polygamy and her choice to leave. Some fans are concerned that Janelle would not like having her history pushed back into the spotlight, even as many are excited to hear her point of view. Janelle's always been more taciturn when talking about private issues than Christine. There may be conflict between them if the book contains information about their sister-wife relationship or any previous conflicts, because she is no longer subject to an NDA. Christine is free to be brutally honest, which may unnerve Janelle. Despite their consistent portrayal as closest friends, fans have observed instances of conflict between Christine and Janelle in the past. Their relationship may be put to the test in ways they haven't experienced before. If Christine decides to write about those problems in her memoir, will their friendship last in the wake of Christine's embarrassing disclosures? When the book is published, fans will have to wait. Mary and Kody Brown appeared to be destined for a successful relationship when they first met, and their chemistry seemed good, but over time their once-closed relationship deteriorated, resulting in a life characterized by conflict, passive-aggressive comments, and emotional upheaval. Although both played a part in their relationship's demise, Kody frequently came across as the more blatantly contemptuous and aloof. In retrospect, it becomes evident that he expressed his disinterest on multiple occasions. But Mary decided to stay in the marriage, maybe holding on to the notion that things would improve. Mary prepared herself for a harsh reality by continuing to live with a spouse who had long since stopped being emotionally involved. Instead of responding with kindness or grace, Kody became more hostile, acting as if he intended to push her away. He might now feel things he'd uttered in the past. Some of Kody's most severe treatment of Mary began when she became involved in an online relationship with someone she thought was a man. The change in Kody's feelings for his fourth wife was a major factor in her extreme loneliness at the time. She connected with someone online in search of comfort, only to find out later that she had been duped. The person she had confided was not the rich, affable businessman she had pictured, but rather a woman pretending to be someone else. Mary was devastated by this betrayal, but instead of showing sympathy or understanding, Kody turned it into fuel, allowing animosity to stew. For years, Kody continued to harbor animosity against the incident until 2023. He publicly displayed his ongoing annoyance during a Sister Wives retrospective, demonstrating that the betrayal was still a burden on him. I'm furious about Mary's catfishing experience. Even if he was furious, it appears disingenuous of him to deny his own part in the breakdown of their marriage. He expected his wife to be loyal, but his heart had long since gone on. Mary had felt lonely and had longed for company, but she had never truly wandered. Kody, meantime, was totally devoted to Robyn, providing her with the emotional and physical intimacy he refused to provide his former spouses. The polygamous dynamic, which obviously did not work in the Brown family, required the women to stay faithful, while he was free to change his priorities. An analysis of a relationship. Mary has stated in public that her marriage to Kody did not end because of the catfishing event alone. It was undoubtedly a contributing aspect, but their relationship's flaws had existed for a long time before that. But Kody treated her more like an onerous duty than a partner, seemingly using it as a pretext to emotionally check out entirely. Viewers saw Kody grow more and more uninterested throughout the years. It was painfully clear from his body language and contemptuous demeanor that he had lost interest in the relationship. Mary persisted, nevertheless hesitant to abandon the life she had created. Maybe she told herself that he would feel the same way again, but it was obvious to everyone else that would never happen. Following her internet fraud, Mary made the following sincere statement earlier this year at a vulnerable and emotional moment. I started chatting with someone online who turned out to be someone else entirely. Although I regret being involved in this issue and have never met this person, I hope that I will be able to assist others who are in similar situations. As a result, she had thought she was becoming close to a man named Sam Cooper, who seemed to be a prosperous businessman. But the reality was far more sinister. Jackie Overton was the center of the text. She used Mary's loneliness and played with her emotion. Even though the betrayal was awful, Kody refused to let it go and instead opted to hold it over her head. Although a number of factors played a part in their marriage's demise, the catfishing controversy was the turning point that caused their already deteriorating relationship to completely implode. The gap between them grew even wider as a result of Kody's refusal to extend mercy or take Mary's emotional state into account. Kody's cruelty and inconsistency. Kody started talking more and more about how unhappy he was with Mary. His disapproval went beyond their personal relationship and permeated his thoughts about the others she chose to associate with. His contempt for her best friends, who he considered a negative influence, was one of his more prominent outbursts. At one point he said sternly, "She will have to get rid of those B*********************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************** "If I if don't love you blame yourself, it was a startling and scathing declarationtiontiontiontioninging declarationted his growing detachment. He placeded all the blame on her, rather than owninging up to his part in in their unsuccessful relationship. This statement was utterededed duringing a a particularly captureded his perpersppertive of their marriage, as if she was the only one to blame for its breakdown. Their Their marriage had actually been doomed for years's. He had made his he decisiontionon committinging himself NTIRL to one woman whiwhile assuminginginginging the others would merely accept their lower statusus As he got closer to Robynn, the disparityy became more obvious and inequalitieses also become apparent in terms of finances. The other wives' homes were much less opulent than Robyn's significant sums of money were allegedly used to support Robyn's lifestyle, leavinging the others in unstable financial circumstances. Robyn's spending, whiwhichch whichch whichchchichchchchchchchchchchchchhh whichhhhhsbandinghsinging which increased designer dolls appeared to be unchecked as Janelle struggled. Financiallyally, the other ladies felt more and more as a result of the blatantly visible preferencece goinging forward, who was the true winwinner in early 2023 mary finally decideded to leave her husband afafter over 30 years 'Althoughhhhusbandhhhhbalthoughhhh altughhhhhughhdueghthhhd Althoughhhusbandededed ughd it was represented she was representededed she ready ready to find happiness again. After yearss in an unsatisfyinging marriage, Kody was ununconcernned at first, but he later asked her why, suggestinging that that she 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 have have had another man in 'Another works given that his emotional detachment had been the real cause of their breakup. The claim was ironic, but Mary didn't need a covert romanticc interest to explain why she was leaving, she had just had enoughh.
Mary has been concentrating on starting over since the breakup. She had a brief romance with Amos Andrews,
but it didn't last long. She has been hinting at a fresh romance with Brandon Stonee In more recentime timeses it remains to be 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 seen if this connection developss if this connection long-lasting, but it is evidentent but she is at last putting her her happiness first first. Kody, howeverre appears to be mireded in the past and unwilling to move move on without blaminginginginginginging without blaminginginginging'ses's relationships with his other relationships are still strainededed Even though he still has Robynn and the securityty of their shared housee, he refuses to accept responsibilityty for the dissolutiontion of of his multiple marriageses, and instead keeps portraying himselff as as the victim ultimatelyly, Mary seems to have emerged victoriousous free from the emotional restraints of a guy who would never truly value her her she is her she is is embarkinging
on a new chapter in her lifee. She is
demonstrating with every every everevery withing with that that choosing to put oneself firfirfirst is more important for for
million with only 245,100 and 85,000 followers, respectively. Kody and Robyn Brown, his last surviving wife, have far lesser social media followings. It should come as no surprise that social media is dominated by sister wives. Ladies. In addition to showcasing Kody's efforts to manage several marriages, the show has consistently focused on the wives, their hardships, victories, and individual paths. Fans have come together to support Christine, Janelle, and Mary as they each take charge of their own lives after splitting from Kody. Mary's independent London journey ushers in a new era. A significant turning point in Mary's personal life also happens to be the time of her growing fame. During her first solo journey overseas, Mary explored London and embraced her newfound freedom in Sister Wiv Season 19, Episode 12, which aired on December 1st. 2024. Mary was fully engrossed in the experience as she posed in front of Buckingham Palace, King's Cross Station, and Big Ben in the episode's breathtaking images. London is a place I had never been before. This is truly a moment of defining significance. I mean, I can do anything I want, Mary shouted. Beaming with happiness, she continued to be excited. During a confessional, Mary talked about how long she had wanted to see Stonehenge and how a documentary years prior had captured her interest. She was now empowered by the knowledge that she was achieving her goals on her own terms. As she stood in front of the historic place, fans were moved by Mary's excitement throughout the show, and many interpreted her solo journey as a metaphor for her new phase of life. She has been an inspiration due to her personal development and readiness to accept freedom, which has helped her fan following grow. Online questions are raised by Kody. Brown's response to their breakup was very different from Mary's celebration of new adventures. As Mary settled into her new Utah house, Kody was seen sobbing during that same episode. Mary was perplexed by his emotional response. This man had previously told her that he had never loved her after all. What was the reason behind his unexpected display of devastation? Mary said that his actions caused her to momentarily second-guess her choice to depart. She wondered whether she had miscalculated when she saw Kody crying. However, after giving it some thought, she realized clearly that will not take place. Simply put, is he truly depressed about it? I ask. I believe that to be typical. Mary CL clarified that while it's normal to have second thoughts after exiting a committed relationship, she eventually maintained her confidence in her decision. She said, "I'm at peace," emphasizing that there was no turning back. Mary's promising prospects without Kody. Mary has come a long way since her challenging years in the polygamous family system of sister wives, as seen by her subsequent success on and off-screen. She has experienced self-discovery, resiliency, and in the end, liberation. She is demonstrating that life after Kody is not only feasible but also flourishing, with new business endeavors, travel experiences, and an expanding fan base. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Get more updates daily. See you soon.